Hello guys, welcome to Mr. Rich channel, where you'll learn how to earn profit easily through smart trading. In today's video, I'm going to share a compounding strategy that can generate tens of thousands of dollars in a single day. Not just theory, but a real strategy I personally use in live trading. I'll guide you step by step on how to scale positions, leverage market momentum, and manage risk wisely, so your profits can grow consistently without overtrading. So make sure you watch until the end, because this strategy could be a turning point if you've been stuck with the same results over and over again. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss when Mr. Rich drops another powerful strategy to grow your wealth. I decided to take a sell position here because I noticed a clear crossover on the MACD indicator. The MACD line has just crossed below the signal line. This type of crossover is a classic signal in technical analysis that suggests bearish momentum is starting to take over. In other words, selling pressure is beginning to dominate the market. Looking deeper, the market had already shown signs of weakening prior to this, and once the MACD crossed downward, it gave me a strong confirmation of a potential trend reversal. I'm entering this sell trade with confidence, not just based on the indicator, but also in alignment with the recent market structure. Of course, I'm still applying strict risk management. And now, let's see how this trade plays out. All right, another profit. The market moved exactly as expected, once again showing that discipline pays off. Now let's open the market again. I'm taking a sell position here because the downtrend is still clearly intact. All recent candles are closing below the green line, indicating strong selling pressure. On top of that, while the MACD histogram is green, it's not showing strong bullish momentum, which often signals a slow continuation of the bearish trend. So I've entered this sell with confidence, still managing risk as always. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, another profit, guys. Everything is going exactly according to plan. Let's open the market again. I entered a sell position in this market based on a combination of strong and well-aligned technical signals. First, I noticed a bearish crossover on the MACD, where the MACD line crossed below the signal line, an early indication of increasing bearish momentum. But I didn't take the trade just because of the crossover. I waited for confirmation. That confirmation came when the next candle formed a strong bearish close below the green line, which I use as a dynamic short-term trend guide. A close below this line often means that sellers are starting to take over. The following candles continue to close below that level, reinforcing the idea that a downtrend is now forming gradually and with structure. So I entered this sell position with full confidence, not based on emotion or impulse, but on structure and clear technical confirmation. Now let's see. Did this trade end in profit? Okay, profit, guys. The market moved exactly as expected. This is what happens when we trade with a system, not with feelings. Now, let's open the market again. We'll observe the next movements. And if the setup looks clean and structured, I'll continue trading. If not, I'll stop. I took a buy position here for one key reason. The current candle is touching the red line, which I've marked as a strong support level. Looking at the past price action, almost every candle that touched or approached this level has consistently bounced back upward. That's not random. It's a sign that buyers are consistently defending this zone. This repeated price behavior gives me the confidence to enter a buy. Now let's see. Did this trade end in profit? Yes, profit. The market respected the support level perfectly and bounced just as anticipated. Now let's open the market again. Let's see if another opportunity is setting up. And as always, no rush, no emotions, wait for a clean signal. I decided to enter a buy position at this point because I see a strong potential for upward movement. First, several previous candles have closed above the green line, which in my strategy acts as a guide for short-term trend direction. This tells me that bullish pressure is building and momentum is starting to shift upward. Second, if you take a closer look, the green moving average line is approaching the yellow line, and it's now in the process of forming a bullish crossover. This type of crossover often signals a trend reversal or continuation to the upside. With these two confirmations, price closing above the green line and an imminent MA crossover, I see a clear opportunity to buy. Now let's see. Did this trade result in a profit? Yes, profit. The market moved just as anticipated. Proof that structure and momentum analysis really work. Now, let's open the market again. I entered a buy position here based on two strong technical reasons. First, I saw a bullish crossover on the May CD, where the May CD line crossed above the signal line, a classic sign that bullish momentum may be starting to form. Second, at the moment the crossover happened, a candle appeared with a visible gap from the previous candle. This type of price gap often shows that the market is reacting quickly and decisively. Buyers are stepping in aggressively without hesitation. When a May CD crossover is followed by a gap candle, it's often a strong signal that a new upward move is about to begin. That combination gave me high confidence to enter this buy trade. Now let's see. Did this trade end in profit? Okay, profit. The market moved exactly as we anticipated. This is the power of trading with momentum and structure. Now, let's open the market again and look for the next opportunity. I entered a buy position here because this is a setup I've been anticipating in advance. As I've often explained, this red line acts as a dynamic support or resistance level, depending on the current market context. And in this case, the current candle touches the red line directly and even shows early signs of rejection from that zone. This is a classic signal that the area is once again acting as support, and the price has a strong potential to bounce back upward. This level isn't just a random line, it's based on historical price behavior that has consistently reacted to this zone. With that structure, I decided to enter this buy trade, always paired with proper risk management. Now let's see. Did this trade result in profit? Okay, profit. The market bounced beautifully from the red line just as anticipated. Now, let's open the market again. I decided to take a sell position at this moment because the market structure clearly shows strong selling pressure. If we look closely from the previous candles up to this point, every single candle is closing below the green line, which is my guide for short-term trend direction. This indicates that buyers have lost control, and as long as price stays below this level, the potential for further downside remains high. What makes this even more convincing is the appearance of a bearish Marubozu candle, a strong, full-body candle with no wicks, that actually broke through the red line, which previously acted as a support level. When a Marubozu candle breaks through a key level like the red line, it's often a clear continuation signal that the downtrend is picking up momentum. With these confirmations, I took the sell trade, still maintaining proper risk management as always. Now let's see. Did this trade result in a profit? Okay, profit. The market dropped exactly as expected. This is the reward for reading structure patiently and executing with discipline. Now, let's open the market again. Attention! You need to understand, the strategy I've shown you in this video is not an ordinary method. This is part of my premium strategy, and I only teach it in full inside the VIP group. There are a lot of so-called profitable strategies out there, but this one has been personally tested and proven by me over the years. And it can reach up to 100% accuracy under certain market conditions. So if you're serious about learning and mastering this strategy the right way, the only way is to join my VIP group. I decided to take a buy position at this point because the uptrend is very clearly established. The current candle, along with several previous candles, has consistently closed above the green line, which I use as a guide for short-term trend strength. This is a clear indication that buyers are in control of the market. In addition, all the moving average lines are sloping upward in a clean formation, which tells me this is a stable and healthy trend. And to add even more confidence, the MACD indicator is also pointing upward, with growing histogram bars, confirming that bullish momentum is building steadily. With all of these signals aligned, I entered this buy trade with confidence, while always applying disciplined risk management. Now let's see. Okay, profit. The market moved upward with the trend, just as expected. This proves once again that trading with the trend is always the most powerful strategy. Now, let's open the market again. Alright, I took a sell position in this market and the reasoning remains the same as in my previous analysis. If you look closely, all the candles I've marked with arrows are consistently closing below the green line. This is not random. It's a strong indication that the downtrend remains valid and is likely to continue. As long as price stays below the green line, there's no reason to go against the trend. The structure supports this move, and so does the momentum. Now let's see. Did this trade result in a profit? Okay, profit. The market moved exactly in the direction of the trend. And that's the reward of trading with structure, not emotion. Now, let's open the market again. Let's find the next opportunity. Stay calm, stay disciplined, and wait for a clean setup. Alright, I entered a buy trade because there was a moving average crossover. The green line crossed above the yellow line. This crossover is often the first sign of a potential bullish trend, especially when supported by candles closing above the moving averages. I took this trade because the setup was clean and the signal was clear. Let's see. Did this trade end in profit? Okay, profit. The market moved up just as expected. Now, let's open the market again. I entered a buy position in this market because the technical analysis remains consistent with the previous outlook. Looking at the current price structure, the uptrend is still clearly intact, with no significant signs of weakness. This is confirmed by the dominance of bullish candles, all of which are closing above the green line, which I use as a short-term trend reference. As long as price holds above this level, the trend remains valid, and there's a strong probability that upward momentum will continue. I entered not based on guesswork, but because the structure supports it and the signals are clear. Now let's see. Did this trade result in a profit? Okay, profit. The market continued its upward move just as we anticipated. That concludes today's trading session. As you can see, my current account balance has reached over $84,000. This result didn't come from luck or hype. It came from a proven strategy, disciplined execution, and continuous self-review every single day. One thing I always emphasize is that in trading, consistency matters far more than quick wins. What I show you on this channel is not just about entries and exits. It's about how I read market structure, how I combine indicators with logic, and how I stay calm through every market condition. If you're serious about learning how I apply this strategy in real time, how I manage risk, plan my entries, and control my mindset, then I invite you to join the VIP group at Mr. Rich. Inside VIP, you won't just get signals. You'll learn the reasoning behind each trade, why I enter, when I exit, and how I assess market strength, all delivered clearly and transparently. My goal is simple: to help you evolve from blindly following trades to becoming a confident and knowledgeable trader. Thanks for watching all the way through. Don't forget to subscribe, because in the next videos, I'll continue sharing strategies, mindset tips, and transparent updates from my real trading journey. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and always trade with structure, not emotion.